Today we're gonna go on to MCFFA, the Anarchy server I like playing, and I'm gonna actually try to be productive on there for once. I have not been on in like a hot minute, and so most of my projects have just not been getting worked on. I don't really like going on here and recording things though, because as you can imagine, it being an Anarchy server, there's not like a good reason to record what you're doing because then everyone else knows what you're doing. But I'm kind of at the point where I think there's not enough people that get on here anyway, so I think it's fine. See, I think he's just yapping. Yeah, there's not really. What on earth is this? There's not really a good reason to be recording any of this stuff, because it's like every time I go on here I always get like super paranoid about someone blowing up my stuff. Now mind you, it's not like this all over here is a secret anyway, because people have been here. What is this? I don't know. But I think I'm gonna build something. I don't know what, but I'm gonna get on here, either dig a bunch or I'm gonna build something, because I've not done anything on here in literally months, and it's really a shame because there's a lot of effort that goes into this area here, this like little base I got going on. Mind you, now this isn't like a secret base or anything, like it's literally 5,000, 5,000, so anyone can come here and like take some stuff if they want. I just prefer they don't lava cast my dome I'm building up there. It's not helpful in any way with the fact that I actively kind of avoid getting on here unless I have like free time and I'm not doing anything else, and I am not motivated to do much of anything these days, so I just have not been getting on here. I have a little munchkin to my side here, my daughter, and she's just constantly doing that all the time, so that's fun. What happened? You want to sit up here in my lap? Here. You can sit on Daddy's lap and watch what he's doing. She's at that age where she's like not really able to like talk yet, but she is able to comprehend the idea of being bored, and so she gets bored and starts doing the most random nonsense ever. Like she'll grab something, put it down just to pick it up again, and does that, or she'll like stare out of our window for an unseemly amount of time, just looking at people walking around. I don't have a TV because like I'm kind of anti-TV, so that's the wrong pickaxe. So she's not really got like cartoons to watch or anything. If she wants to watch stuff, like it has to be like from like my laptop, phone, or something. That way she's not watching this like nonsense on social media these days, because I despise the way things are going these days. Like I refuse to let her watch Coco Melon, for example, because that's just a terrible thing for children in my opinion. I also think that like TVs are bad. I feel like spending the money on one is just a waste, because you're getting a watered down service these days compared to like my phone, because I pay for YouTube Premium, but I use YouTube, so it makes sense for me to pay for YouTube Premium. Whereas like if I got a TV, I feel like I'm obligated to get a like Netflix subscription or something, because like what else am I gonna use a TV for? Can't play anything on it. Well, I mean, I guess I could hook up like a game system to it, like my Switch, but like I'm not hooking up my Switch to a TV just for the sake of playing a Switch on a bigger screen. It doesn't make any difference for me playing it on a small screen or the big screen. And my wife doesn't care about TV either, so we're both here just like anti-TV, because I don't really see a benefit to it other than it just being a large obnoxious screen in my living room. I feel like that's the way a lot of people are gonna start going these days. I feel like TVs are gonna like slowly get phased out by most people, because I don't really see a point in having them. But what's the point to having this giant screen that is just taking space in the living room and blasting out half the time propaganda, but other half the time it's just like, I don't know, background noise, like what's the noise? What's the word? Like white noise, you know? It's not really helpful for anything. Anyway, I'm looking for torches. I don't know where my coal is. I don't have any fireworks right now either, so it's like if someone walks up on me, I'm kind of just gonna get beat. We have quite a bit of coal in here, so that's fine. In case you're wondering. So, yes, I agree, Cecilia. In case you're wondering, so basically, I have dirt there, so people don't just like randomly go in here and mess with stuff. They just assume the whole tube is like full of dirt. At least that's what I hope. So, I have that going on for that reason. I'm stealing these, and I'm gonna leave this here. Future problem for future me. That's what that's gonna be. I feel like there should be more to that TV rant, you see, because like, it's not only the issue of the fact that like TVs are just these big obnoxious screens that like take up space and they're just playing white noise all the time, but it's also the fact that like they actually cost quite a bit, and I don't really see why they cost so much either. Like I understand like they do have to cost like some amount. Like it makes sense to me that a 64-inch TV is gonna cost like $400, $500, $600, right? It doesn't make sense to me why anybody's paying like $3,000 for what's effectively the same thing, but just like it looks like a better resolution, I suppose. I would never pay for that. Oh, that's the other thing. That's what it was. I was thinking about. So, no, the other issue is there's actually like a lack of things you can do with a TV these days, right? Because, so for example, with like a laptop, and whenever I get my desktop set up again, like a new desktop set up, instead of just having to do all this on a laptop. Monitors are effectively just TVs that are tiny, right? But the difference is you're hooking up like, you know, your computer to it, which gives it a whole lot more variety of uses that you wouldn't find with a TV. Now, it's not to say you can't do this with TV, but like TVs always come with like these pre-installed programs and like hardware that has like this annoying software already installed and like baked into it, you know, like you gotta go and switch through like HDMI channels to go from like the freemium, you know, services that the TV provider put on, like company put on there, or you have to stick with or you like what is it? Yeah, you use like those freemium services, or you use your own, right? And that's annoying. I won't want to handle with like I don't want to deal with that whenever I have like a screen, right? If I get a TV, I have like no intention to like want to use the weird apps and programs that they put on the TV, because you know this is like gonna happen. They're just gonna use it for marketing. And you know this is gonna happen. They're just gonna use it for like marketing data. You know, they're just gonna like find what you watch, spend the most time looking at, and they're just gonna sell the data to like these other companies. Like that's what's happening with it anyway. So like when you have that as well is like part of the reason why you don't want a TV, you know. At least for me, you know, part of the reason why I don't want TVs because stuff like that, right? It really just makes it to where it's like it makes little sense at all for me to even like use a TV, even for the case of it just being a monitor, right? Because it just effectively be doing the same thing. So wouldn't I just be better off just having a monitor instead of a TV? Because I feel like TVs these days should just be monitors. Because if they're that, then you could play all the same stuff on it, except now it's like not coming with all this, I don't know, like what would you call it? It's, I guess, privacy invasive programs, right? Like I'm sure there's a word I can't think of right this second, but like basically it's just watching everything you're doing. Okay, I don't think that's a thing people actually want.